Hey, Christian Life, we have got some exciting news. Obviously, the spoiler, the cat is kind of out of the bag as we've thrown some teasers up on Facebook. And obviously, if you have a pulse and you have a TV, you have an idea of some of what's going on. But before we get into that, before I share with you the update and some of the key details, I want to read a verse to you. It's found in Romans chapter 13. It's right there starting in verse 1. It says this. It says, "Obey the government, for God is the one who put it there. All governments have been placed in power by God, so those who refuse to obey the laws of the land are refusing to obey God, and punishment will follow." But I want to read this verse to you because of this verse is why we've handled much of this situation the way that we have.
Yeah.
Our desire as pastors is not just to serve our church. We love each of you dearly.
Yes.
We want to do our best to serve you as Christ served the church. That's our job. That's the weight that we carry.
Right.
But we also have to balance that with going by what God's word is, but also what we're being told by our state and government officials. So luckily, all that being said, thanks to recent events, our governor, our county officials, our federal officials, our president, they have all given us the clear to begin meeting in person again, which is exciting. I have loved our online experience, very different from what all of us are used to. Church has been going, fairly...
We're thankful we've been able to connect with you anyway.
Exactly. I mean, even through one of the most unique seasons in church history, we have still been able to connect. We've still been able to grow our relationship with God, and that is
also reach people that aren't even within our church or within our county, which is amazing.
It's incredible. So, with all that being said, we want to give you guys some very important information.
Yeah.
We have a date. We are now aiming to begin meeting in person again on June 14th. June 14th, so second Sunday in June. The reason for this is part of that obeying what the government says, part of going by the guidelines that the CDC, our state and county officials have put forward, is there's a lot in there.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking a 14-page document. We've got to dot our I's and cross our T's.
Yeah.
And again, we have mentioned before, and we mentioned it again, we take our responsibility here very, very seriously. Yeah. When we open the doors for our in-person services, we're saying that we believe it is safe for you to be here. And so that is not something that we take lightly, but we are putting our plan together. We're using the guidelines the CDC has given us. We will be asking, we'll be wearing masks, and we'll be checking temperatures at the door. And there's all kinds of...
asking you to wear masks, that way we all can feel safe. Yeah. Maybe, I know some people hate the mask. I hate wearing them too. I have to wear them at work. They're not fun. But there are also some who would feel a lot more comfortable if someone else was wearing a mask. So let's just help each other out and do that. I mean, you know what? At this point, who cares if we have to wear a mask? We get to see each other.
We will be following social distance guidelines, and we'll have a whole lot more information to come. But I want you to know, we want you to know.
Yeah.
We've got a date.
Yeah.
It felt like forever. I mean, it's been
June
2 months since we've met in person. That is coming to an end. We'll have the hand sanitizer. We'll have everything that we've got to do to, again, dot our I's and cross our T's.
And check it
That's
twice.
all in the works. Are we Santa now? We're
pretty much.
Checking some of this, guys, you have to realize the last several days have been a whirlwind trying to go through and get all this stuff together. So if we're acting a little weird, there you go. So, go ahead. You had something.
Well, I just wanted to say, man, we are so excited. We cannot repeat that enough.
Yeah.
But we also want to take in consideration that if you, maybe right now you're excited about the idea that we get to reopen church. But at the same time, maybe you feel a little uncomfortable and you're not ready to go out yet. You know, you've been a little bit comfortable in your house, and there is nothing wrong with that. If you feel like you're not ready to make that step and go to church, we will still have our services online for you. That is available.
Yeah.
And we want you to know there's no judgment. There's no shame in that whatsoever. We want you to feel safe. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure we create that safe environment. But again, you know, if you feel maybe you're not feeling well or you just don't feel comfortable, I know that there's suggestions.
Yeah, CDC has basically put out they put out quite extensive deals. But basically what we're asking is on June 14th and moving on into the future, if you're not feeling well, stay home, please.
Yes.
You know, if they've also suggested, and ultimately we're not going to police this will be on your own personal judgment, but the CDC has come out and said, made this suggestion, if you're 65 years or older, or you have, you know, an immune system, you know, if you have a compromised immune system or any medical part of your history that, you know, would cause you to be a little bit more cautious, be cautious.
Yeah.
You know, again,
Definitely.
We've kind of said this from the beginning. You know, we're not given a spirit of fear. You know, we don't want to walk in this situation with fear.
Right.
But we also, you know, the next line in that verse is we're not given a spirit of fear, but of a sound mind.
Yeah.
So use wisdom. And, you know, we're not going to think any less of you.
No, not at all.
If you, you know, if you're a little bit more cautious, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But we do want to assure you that we're doing everything we can. We're following the guidelines, and we are just very, very excited.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you.
Very, very excited. So the last thing that we want to bring to you now is we've mentioned the 14-page CDC guidelines. One of the things that became very clear as we began to look at this is we need help. Yeah. Much of what is in these guidelines is requiring a massive amount of volunteers.
Yes.
So this is our big ask for right now. If you're willing to serve, if you're willing to help us out, whether you were serving before or this would be the first time serving, we need you to do us a big, big favor. Go to our website, clcgridley.org.
There are ways that you can help us out, ways that you can serve.
Go to clcgridley.org. You will see a special spot on there that says, I want to serve.
Yeah.
If you go in there, there'll be a little spot where you can check whatever box you feel comfortable serving in. You know, there'll be several different options. I want to help welcome people. I want to help get people seated. We need help cleaning the restrooms. There's also a spot, hey, I'll help with whatever you need.
And the more people that we get to help out and to volunteer, the less often you're going to have to do it because we can then rotate.
Yeah.
And it's also going to make this go so much smoother and ensure more safety on top of what we're doing.
Yeah, so we need help.
Yes.
We have got part of this plan, we've got to put together training for each individual job. So if you say, hey, I'm willing to help out, but I have no clue what I'm doing, we'll fix that. We've got, we'll have information going your way, but we need to build up that base so that we know who to get that information to.
Right.
So again, it's a big ask. We're coming to you because we all want to get together and meet in person, but for us to do that, we need your help. We can't do it alone, and I know you don't expect us to. So please go to the website. Let us know on there that you would be willing to serve. Let us know if your spouse or whatever, whoever is willing to serve, and we together will make this happen.
Yes.
We're not reopening the church. I hate that term because the church never closed. Yeah. We've been meeting in a different way than we're used to, but we are excited to begin.
To continue, yeah.
To begin the meeting in person all over again. It's going to be fantastic. So we've got more information coming. Make sure you're checking your emails for that. We will stay in touch. And again, we need your help. So let us know if you're willing to serve. We love you, church.
Yes.
We'll see you soon.